Right, hello. So I'm just doing a short tutorial for square faces. I'm not very good at explaining things, but what I've done is I've done a quick video of me making a draw some truck face, and I'm gonna just explain my thought process of making the face uh, as I go through the video. It's about half an hour long, it should be. Uh, so hopefully my microphone quality isn't too bad. And let me just skip the video and let's get started. So let's go. Right, so I've got just regular reference image. You get a plane. Just delete the vertices apart from one. Mirror that. And then what I like to do, I like to trace around the main features of the face. So we start off with the eyes. You don't need too many vertices for the eyes. 12 max probably, I'd say. Yeah, you got that done. I'm doing something. It's rearranging them to fit better. Yeah, and then grab that, drag it out. So we've got a small oval around the eyes. Next to doing the mouth, so quite easy mouth to trace around. Just like a oval shape. Same with the eyes. So this face has a kind of like cheeks, I don't know what to call them, coming out. So I'm just gonna copy the mouth and drag it out to where those cheek parts extrude, and kind of a hard image to follow this one. I'll be changing it in a bit because I didn't like it. Just follow around the cheek area. You see me looking at the other images. Yeah. So, oh, look, that's where that goes. So yeah, here I just no, not changed it yet. So yep, just moving that part to position. That's the highest part of the cheek. Those lines are then connect between the mouth and the cheek. I'm just gonna call it the cheek. That's what I think it is. So now I'm just seeing where it comes out to, where the cheek descends to. Extrude it out, drag it down. Most of this stuff should probably already get. It's not too bad. So dragging it to position again. Sorry about the bad image. I'll change it in a minute. And then this is where the other side of the cheek goes down. Connect it up to the mouth. Oh, yeah, there we go. Yep. This isn't going to be the best face, it's just a quick tutorial. It doesn't look perfect in the end, but you get the general idea. So now I'm doing like the top of the eyelid. It kind of submerges in a bit. Probably should have got more images, to be honest, but you'll see it more clearly as it. Yeah, we gotta change the image. So this image is a lot better. You can see the cheek, the top of the eyelid kind of goes in a bit. So I'm doing I'm just rearranging the image, but I'm doing a line as to where the top of the eyelid will go in. So the image doesn't line up perfectly. I should have done it from the start, but it's just a quick tutorial one. So then this connects to the nose. The nose connects to that part of the face that goes down. Trace around the nose, and then want to extrude out to give the nose a bit of I don't call it like definition, so it sticks out more. If we do it like that. Huh. Yeah, and so next is doing the actual nose. So we're just gonna extrude up from the lines. No, I guess I'm not doing that. So now we're doing the actual eyelid part. So you got to make sure it lines up, the eye and the actual top of the eyelid line up correctly. So yeah, add another vertice. I think you have to fill that in. Now connect. It's doing like the upper lip area. Extruding, filling in the spots. Same again there. Connect the cheek to the nose. Yeah, fill in that area. And now this face has like kind of a cheek part that comes out, so we're just gonna duplicate that area again, move the shape a bit so it fits better. So connect up those areas, and then put another line so it goes down in the middle. and then just fill in the, and then filling in the like lower eye area. Yeah. Yeah, and then filling in the nose, get to position. Now don't worry about getting the face perfect like in the first bit. You can always, it's always easy to manage it later when you've got the subsurface applied. So now I'm going to scale it down so the vertices are all like the same length. Same on the x-axis. So what this is different to how you would normally do circular faces, rather than doing the topology so it like meets in a circle. I prefer for square faces to just cut them off at the edges. I find it easier. So it'll put up to preference. So if you can find a way to do circle topology, it probably would work. You can see the circle topology on like the eyes and stuff. So still do it in some places, just for the edges where the face ends. I find it easier. So I'm just editing the topology so it fits that cheek part easier. You see I've like messed up a bit, so oh, what am I doing? There we go. Just need another line. Boom. And it looks a bit jank, but it turns out decently in the end. Just moving it so it fits better here. And then just extruding again, scaling it down the z-axis. Scale down again to 0, I'd imagine. Yeah. So just editing the topology a bit there. So now just make sure all the edges of the face are completely flat, so scale them to 0 on the x and z axis. I do like to duplicate the face so you've got a backup just in case, move it to a different layer. So next what we can do is we can just split the view, the top right there. So you can see how far you're extruding the face out as you do it. What I like to do with square faces is grab the edges and extrude out, and these bit you see what that's selected there, and those parts we don't touch them, they always stay at y equals 0. And what you can do now, if you want to do it fast, normally you would pull out each vertex individually, but I'm just doing it fast here. I'm just pulling out rows at a time, and then you can fix it later with the sculpting tool. So yeah, once you select the edges and you leave the one on the very edge, and then pull it out. So what I'm doing, just doing it quickly, I'm just making like the face most flat, and then filling in the extra details later, like the cheeks and the nose, and the mouth. So again, so the faces, they are pretty flat, the truck faces, but you want to give them a bit of a curve, like a bit of an angle, just so it doesn't look awkward. Because when I first started doing these, I did them completely flat with just like noses sticking out, and it looked okay. Like they're a good place to start, but you want to try and give it that kind of curve. So yeah, next layer, make sure to deselect the one on the edge. Yeah, pull it out. You can see it's kind of coming outwards at an angle as the face comes to a point in the middle. Oh, sorry about my chair, if you can hear that, it's not very good. So yeah, moving the nose down so it fits a bit better. I'll adjust it more later, as I said I would. So what you want to do when you're pulling out the parts where we extruded to the edge of the nose, you want to leave them at the same height, and that's what gives the nose its definition. See, I select them 2 at a time, pull them out to the same height, pull out the nose a bit to make it bigger. So the eye area can be a bit awkward. I do mess it up to begin with, and I sort it out later when I realise. I think I'm just looking at how I want to approach it. That's the problem with a pre-recorded video. Yeah, so now I'm just kind of pulling them out one by one, mostly. Yeah, I messed this area up. I believe it should be more flat. So what I'm doing now is the like the dip on the brow. So you don't want to. You see on the image there, you don't want to pull it all the way out, just so it comes down a bit, and then the eyelid starts to raise up a bit, like that. Want to make it a bit more curved here. Obviously, a lot of these tips are more for this specific kind of face. Like a lot of faces aren't going to have the eyebrow thing, but it's not too difficult, I don't think, once you get the basics down. So yeah, filling in the space around the eyes. Pulling them out. Yeah, see, it's kind of messed up there, it's kind of really uneven. Yeah. Maybe below the eye there as well. I sort that out a bit later in the video. This is supposed to be a tutorial, I'm not really sure what to talk about. So just flattening out the face, probably better using the sculpt tool, to be honest. You need to be careful when using it, always save before, because it can move a lot of vertices around, it could mess up your face if you're not careful. Mainly the smooth tool you want to be using. So we've got the main basics of the face down, we've got the main structure, just sorting out the brow a bit here, I believe. Pull out the mouth here. Now I'm pulling out the cheeks. Obviously, if you were spending more time, you want to not make it all completely flat. Sorry. So the cheek would have some variation in height. It gets lower as it goes further down, I believe, is how it goes on the face. But this is just again a quick video. You see the eye looks a bit squished. I fix that in a bit. Again, that's my kind of my motto in this video. I'll just do a temporary eye, which I will change later to show how I normally. Because these faces have like connected eyes, rather than the the spherical eyes that you'd see on engines. Obviously, it's up to preference. You can give them circular eyes if you want. I just prefer the connected ones. It's more accurate to how they appear. Give some more room for the mouth there. So a lot of this video now is just edit, just minor touch. Well, just editing the face now that the topology is all done and it's raised up. So mainly fixes around the eyes and the cheeks. Just now extruding this area to make the mouth, making sure it's flat on the y-axis so you don't get weird bumps. So it looks alright. Now I've just got to set out the eye area. So I'm opting to go just to do it manually because the vertices are a bit close together, it could be a bit awkward. Using the sculpt tool. I believe I'm just adjusting the eye shape as well because it doesn't look quite accurate. Yeah, I've noticed how the eye isn't really flat, well, level, the vertices on the edge. Now just adjusting the vertices to make the eye more correct. Using the C button to select multiple vertices and drag them. Now it's adjusting the eye so it better matches the eye socket, so it better matches the eyelid. Make it more smooth as well. Because when you've got the circular topology, you want them to follow each other when you're doing parts like this. See, the eye's looking a lot better now that we've adjusted it. And now I believe I do a proper, the eye like I normally would here. So for eyes like this, you can't really just do like a circle. So I do it like how you would do other parts of the face, just with squares, with 4 vertices. So 4, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, yeah, and then 1 down the middle, so it lines up. Come on, there we are. 1, 2, 1, 2, yeah, and then you can just drag out the middle of the eye. I'm not sure how this doesn't really apply to like engines because they have you just use spheres, but for trucks they have the connected eyes. If you want them to be accurate, you can just use spheres if you want. They did do that in later seasons, I believe, anyway. But I just think it looks a bit better. More accurate to the early seasons. Obviously, it is looking a bit weird at the moment, but that's going to be fixed in a sec. Again, adjusting the eye shape. See, I'm not sure what to talk about. This is just a lot. This is how it comes with faces. It's a lot of adjusting. You get your basic topology. You nail your basic topology, and then you can just keep editing it because it shouldn't be too difficult if you've got a nice base topology to work with. Yeah, I'm just dragging out the bottom of the eye now so it lines up better with the cheek. Yep, and dragging out the eye so it matches the bottom of the eye. I believe I drag out the top of the eye as well. You see the eye at the moment is really uneven, but fix that now. Yeah. Yeah, that looks much better, I believe. Again, this face it's not the most accurate face I've ever done, but it's for the tutorial. If you're doing this yourself, I recommend spending a lot more time, manually pulling out each vertex rather than lines at a time. You can just see, you just saw some of there, like the topology which ends at the edge of the face. It's a lot easier to manage with square faces. Not sure if that's the best way to do it. It's just it's a method I developed myself. But it's a lot easier for me to do it that way. Yeah, it's matching for the eye. So that's pretty much the main face done. Then we just more adjustments now. See, it looks pretty close. I believe it's just it's a bit bumpy. It's what you need the sculpting tool for. You see a bit of unevenness on the top of the brow there. Just quickly doing the eyebrows. This is a quick and cheap way to do it. Just 3D eyebrows. Just duplicate the vertices and separate them. Then adjust the vertices to extrude the vertices so it becomes 3D. And then just adjust the eyebrow by scaling it and moving it so it looks like the one you're referencing. I prefer to do 2D texture eyebrows myself because how they did them in the show. Well, I think it was stickers, but 2D texture looks fine in my opinion. You can do that by unwrapping the eyebrow from view so it's flat, normal, and then like baking it into like a shadow into a texture, and you can just apply that texture in like Substance Painter or something, So I used a texture. Not sure what I'm doing here. Oh, I'm adjusting the cheek so it ends closer to the mouth. Yeah, that's better. No, I guess not. Never mind. That's about the same, yeah, don't really need to do that. I'm just trying to narrate this, and I don't think I'm doing a very good job. More eye adjustments. You see, as you keep working on it, you'll notice little things here and there. I recommend having several images open, just so you can compare as you're going along. I've only got like 2 open on this project, but more images, the better. But I don't really find that eyebrow though. I wouldn't really keep that. So just adjusting the brow there a bit, flattening out the cheeks here, adjusting the bottom of the mouth so it looks better. You'll notice all these things as you keep going. Flattening out the top of the nose, yeah. I think here I noticed that the nose looks a bit awkward, so I edit it a bit, yeah. Oh, no. So thinking, oh, how can I fix this? I'll put another line of vertices in. I believe that's what I do. I don't think I needed to do that, but that's what I did. I'm just looking at the one I made earlier for reference. I can see some differences, like that one's got a more rounded mouth, yeah. Let's not focus on that one though. Yeah, I don't know why I really did that, but it still looks fine. Smoothing out the eye area. Oh, you can't use a sculpt tool. If you're using this the mirror tool, you can't sculpt on the side that's being mirrored. Just a small tip there. You didn't know. Again, just smoothing out the transition between the 2 height parts there. The eyelid and the brow. Again, I'm just rambling here. So it's really coming together now. It's not perfect, but it looks apart for the tutorial. Oh, we call this a tutorial. It's a time lapse. Yeah, I'm looking at the other images here, see how they did the eyelid, smooth it out a bit. The sculpt tool is a good tool to get acquainted with, where especially when it comes to the end of a face where often you'll end up with a lot of bumps on like cheeks and stuff. It's a really good way just to smooth out the face and give it the finishing touches you need. Just be careful when using it because you can move a lot of vertices around, so always save before you use it so you can head straight back if you mess up too bad. Yeah, there we go, that's a little better. Lot smoother transition. Yeah, pull that down. A lot of it. I prefer to go by eye for these now. It's quite hard to find proper side images of faces. You just got to keep practicing, and you'll get into the groove. It's kind of hard to explain. I'm sorry. A lot of truck faces are not too bad. You just do kind of like a curved face rather than just perfectly flat. Practice makes perfect with these. you can't expect them to get right in your first try. When I first started, they were pretty bad. They were just flat, perfectly flat faces with noses sticking out. I don't have any more, but they looked awful. But we all got to start somewhere. So, you know, keep trying. Yeah, I'm just adjusting the eye now to match the top of the eye to meet the brow a bit better, sorting out the actual centre of the eye as well. You see the eye looks a bit crooked. Ooh. Yeah, it definitely needs more time spent on it. But we're coming to the end of the video now. And I just think I'm quickly showing here you can do the the regular eyes like you would with like a train. Yeah, just extrude that back so you've got the empty socket. And then you just add a sphere. They can be a bit awkward with these because the eyes aren't perfectly round. They're a bit, you know, weirdly shaped. So you need to. These spheres might be quite big, but it's just a quick example of how they look in the socket. Doesn't look too bad. You know, if you don't want to, you can't really get the connected eyes down right. So just a quick way to do normal eyes. Make sure you cover up the holes where the eyes meet. Oh, not sure what I've done here. And then just back to the regular face, yeah. So if I had like another half an hour, it'd probably look a lot better, but all in all, I think it looks fairly decent. So, you know, that's just a quick time lapse of how, not really time lapse, it was a regular speed, but just a quick video of how I do faces. Just, it's been requested. You know, any questions about the topology or anything really, just leave a comment or contact me on the on Discord, on Soda Workshops if you need to speak to me. So thanks for watching. Hopefully my voice wasn't too annoying and my chair. Yeah, thank you very much. Hope this really helped out. Hopefully. Thank you. Bye.